We're at the venue of Nigeria versus Benin Republic, a game which ended 3-0 in favor of Nigeria. Nigeria needed this win for a morale booster, knowing that they have not been as consistent in their last 5 games, and they did it in emphatic fashion, getting 3 goals, 2 from Ademola Lookman and 1 from returning Victor Osimhen. It was an interesting encounter that put Nigeria top of the group, as Libya and Rwanda drew their first match 0-0 on Wednesday. Nigeria will have to travel to Rwanda to ensure that they consolidate on this particular victory. Harvest of goals, fiery players, the pace was there, controls midfield, and contrary to the fears of so many Nigerians on whether or not the coach Austin Eguavoen would deliver, he was able to deliver, as he said confidently and time without number that he would get that victory. But beautiful football under Eguavoen is not a surprise. We saw that in the 2022 group stages, but it's the follow-up that so many Nigerians will also want to see. But for now, Nigerians will be sleeping happily tonight, knowing that no permutations already. They are comfortably on top of the group. But after this particular game, we had the post-match conference, and we had the coach of Nigeria as well as the captain of Nigeria speak about this victory and how they want to consolidate on it in subsequent games. Let's take a listen to both of them.
Abroad has been there for some years, then I think years is not something we should be worried about, because we have more years here sitting next to us. Doesn't need to be reminded how much joy we had only months ago in the last AFCON, and the years leading up to that to qualify. I think this is our biggest idea and message to the team as well, is that we want to make sure that we're there again in Morocco. That starts today. It's going to be a long journey, but yeah, what we did last time we want to do better, and that starts with winning games and qualifying for the tournament. So the mood has been very good, very focused. Just walking up now to the press conference, I was telling our boss that I think the boys are in the right mindset. And from what I've seen in training so far, I've really liked it. So the change is coach to coach. I don't think we look at where the coach is from. I've said it many times before, I think it's always an advantage when we have a coach that is from Nigeria, someone who's been on the field, has stepped in our shoes, has walked the walk before us. So I think that adds so much experience to us. Nothing is a given for me. I know that I have to earn my place here. I have to work hard to deserve to be here with the rest of the team. And all of us know that the responsibility eventually lies with us. You know, when the game starts, the coach can prepare us. Things can go well, things can go bad. That's football. There's no guarantees. I can tell you guys we're going to win 100% tomorrow, but I can't guarantee anything. We can only guarantee as a team that we're going to put on a performance that we are proud of and which Nigeria is deserving of. So that's the only thing that we are focusing on now. And having a new leader for us is it's a new opportunity, but at the same time it's someone that knows us and has worked with us very well. So it's no big surprises or things that we need to adapt to, because I think we just carry on where we were, and we have to do better. So I think it was said before that we haven't we won 1 game out of 5 now, which is part and parcel of football. But now when we're starting a new campaign, we're not looking back. Those are things that we can't change anymore. And now we're just looking at what's ahead of us, is this game and then the game against Rwanda. And then we'll take it game by game from there, all the way to Morocco.
Nigeria, we've placed ourselves so high that when we're playing against any team, they come with everything. So our Nigerians, because of the love for the game, it's nothing but winning. So that's where the pressure comes. But we're equal to the task. Definitely we are relaxed. The skipper talked about it. The mood is good. We're at home. So nobody comes to our home and dictate what will happen to us.
The fundamental difference is at first that you have much more players for the selection in Nigeria. They're playing everywhere around the world and in big leagues also. And so it was not easy to do the list of 23, because we could do sometimes a list of 50 or 60. That is the first thing. No more small teams. Everything is possible. You see that also in the AFCON, a lot of surprises. And I was happy for Nigeria to go until the final, of course. But you've seen small teams like Mauritania, Mozambique, who eliminated Benin in the qualifiers. Everybody is playing good football. They are working hard, and it's very, very difficult to beat these small teams. There are no more small teams. So we have our chance tomorrow. We know that we are outsider. That is normal, but to be outsider can be sometimes an advantage.
Yeah, speaking on how good now the Super Eagles were in that particular match, we hope to see them do better. But earlier on the show, I was joined by Sam Joseph, who predicted the game, and it seemed he was an angel of truth, and he got the prediction. Let us listen to him before bringing him and Tokoni Iderima on the show.
At the end of the day, I just know Iguavon has a Herculean task. He needs to prove Genedro. I mean, he needs to, align himself with Genedro, because Genedro has already admitted that, look, you have a better team than I. But I've defeated this team. So if you don't prove him right, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if probably he will still be the guy that will be in charge of our next game, which is in 3 days' time. Because, I mean, we're used to changing coach every day. In 2 weeks, we have how many coaches already. So I'm not going to be a surprise. But I wish him well. I love the energy that's coming from him. Like I said, I've been around the team for the past 24 hours. And I'm so impressed with what I've actually seen. The belief, determination, the hunger, the thirst, and everything. I just hope they're going to bring it to bear on the field of play. And at the end of the day, it will go our way. Look. Like I said, I'm still going to repeat it. Nothing less than a victory. Absolute victory. That's what we're here for. And Iguavon should be able to, not just victory, come on, entertain us. Because we have the guys, like you said, practically everybody is in this team right now, apart from, Osai. Yeah, apart from Osai, practically everybody is in this team right now, and they played in top European, clubs. So what else do we need? Come and win this game for us.
Don't be at 5 p.m. here at the Uyo Stadium.
We'll
see
Super Eagle this time around, not Eagle. That last time they were here, we had Eagle. This time around we have Super Eagle there. So they need to prove to us that they are Super Eagle indeed.
What are your predictions?
I mean, a victory 3-0. Wow. Sincerely speaking, 3-0. Like, I've never been this confident about a Super Eagle game, but today I'm so confident. Victory 3-0.
Well, that prediction from Sam. I'm joined by Sam Joseph and Tokoni Iderima to discuss on this match that went on earlier today. I'll begin with you, Sam. Sam, how does it feel that the confidence you put into the Super Eagles manifested today?
I'm happy. Sincerely speaking, I'm happy. Like I said earlier, I saw it coming and I was not surprised at all, because we've gotten to a point where we need to do something different. Regardless of how you want to look at it, something must happen, because if nothing had happened today, believe me, it's going to be chaotic. So I know what I was talking about, and I've actually watched these guys' body language keenly and closely. I saw that camaraderie between, what's his name? Austin Iguavon and the captain, and during their presser before the game, what they said, the conviction and everything, I was like, no, I know these guys are going somewhere. So look, we've gotten to a point where we need, come on, after AFCON, it's been so terrible. We've gotten to a point where something must give way, and thankfully it happens today. I'm so elated. I knew it's going to happen this way, and you know what, I got it right. I said 3-0, 3 on reply goals. I'm so happy that happens.
Well, Nigeria has faced Benin Republic 5 times, gotten 3 victories before the last one they lost. Yes, now a win again. Now so many are saying there's a return of players who probably added to the success of this particular match. How would you rate the return of the players and the whole team?
Well, I think, do you know the NANNM, the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives? They are missing somebody today. They are missing an employee today. They are missing a member today, and that member is Ademola Lukman. He delivered more than a midwife today. And the important thing was that the big names stepped up. There were players today that before the game, many countries were watching and looking to see these players. There were Galatasaray fans watching to see their player, and then there were other countries that lost to Angola that were watching to see if our big players would turn up. And it's what it is, man. Ademola Lookman, 2 goals, and then Victor Osimhen returning back into the team. Of course, he had not played football in a long while, delivered himself, and then William Troost-Ekong, the captain. His presence and his aura alone speaks so much. I feel the defense, the entirety of the defense is so much more confident when he's around. And kudos to the coach for identifying the fact that maybe William works better in a 3-man back line and then possibly 5-man defense when you're defending. So it was very good. And then Ola Olua, there was 0 dribble passed in his wing. There was nobody beating him. There was once that a player was trying to beat him for pace, and I just laughed immediately. I said, don't you watch this guy? It's like you don't know. And then Wilfred Ndidi and a lot of other players that returned. But I feel the biggest return was the man himself, and he delivered. He delivered on the big stage. The expectation was high, and we're happy. Joy, give us joy. That's all we ask.
I think it's been a long time Nigerians watch the Super Eagles game, aside the AFCON, and go home to sleep with happiness. I know so many people who have staked their money are going to be sleeping happily. But Sam, looking at it holistically, a loss would have been catastrophic for the Super Eagles of Nigeria, but they've gotten this win. Where does this put them, especially knowing that times without number, different coaches have said that there are players in multiple positions to pick from, and you have players delivering. Bruno Yemechi was one surprise.
Outstanding. I mean, unknown to some people, some don't even know about him, and here he is today, from the beginning to the end. but here is it, right? I think the biggest issue is this stability. Now, it's not enough that we win today. We need stability in this team. If we're going to have stability, believe me, a lot is going to happen. Now, if a coach is going to be in this team for the longest time, he will certainly know who is the favorite player to play in whatever position he wants to play. But if you don't have stability, okay, Iguavon is here today. We don't know if he's going to be the person in October and November. Now, if someone else is coming, certainly he'll start thinking of, okay, who should I bring in? Who should I take out? Because he has his own pattern and everything. So what we need, most importantly, is stability. Come on. NFF, get us a permanent coach. If it is Iguavon, fine and good. Even though I'm not a fan, like I said, and I'm still going to say it, you understand? I'm not a fan. Iguavon should continue being the head of the technical department. Get us a coach who is going to be there for some time. Give him time. Allow him to settle down so that he will understand this. And look, before the game, what you said, what was his name? General said it. He said, you have over 50 players. So at times you get confused. Whom are you going to pick? Whom will you not pick? So stability will solve this problem for us, because if a coach is there for more than a year, sincerely speaking, he will know who will start, who will not start. And one thing that happened today, I'm so happy about was, the confidence or the courage of Iguavon to bench Osimhen. Sincerely speaking, I didn't expect Osimhen to start from the bench. Yeah, even though probably he might not be in a competitive mood, but I didn't expect him to start from the bench. And he benched him. He came in, like you said, just changed everything. Wonderful performance. I think it's been the last time I was here and I watched an amazing game was in 2016 when we played Cameroon. I think that was the last time I watched an amazing game in this stadium. Since then, I've not seen a game that was, it was just an amazing game. It flows very well. Yeah, there are a couple of times that we have some, moment that we're a bit, we were fidgeting. But somehow, if you want to look at it, overall, wonderful game. Everybody is happy. Everybody out there is happy that we had a very amazing performance today.
We're talking about the happiness of Nigerians. So many Nigerians may still not have forgiven Iguavon because Nigerians do not know how to forgive, but when it comes to football. Do you think there's a chance that Iguavon redeems himself? Because before now, he was that manager that the NFF always went to if there's no coach, the rescue master, exactly. But in 2022, we thought he was the man. It did not work. Do you think he can redeem himself?
One thing that Iguavon has that a lot of coaches that come before him don't have is that he has a clear picture of the individuals in the team. Outside playing ability and all that, these players have individual personalities and all that, and he seems to find a way to make everybody work together. So look what he did today. He threw Bruno Yemechi back in, one of the players that returned to the team, and Jose Peseiro has a lot of questions to answer on Bruno. He didn't even get 1 minute throughout the AFCON. And then that left-back position was the position we were saying, maybe we need somebody else to refresh it. So Iguavon has a clear picture on these individuals as players. And as a legend, what he has been here a long time. And even the captain came out to defend him during the press conference, saying that we may say other coaches have been here for time, you understand? But Iguavon has been here for time. He knows everybody in this team. And in terms of redemption, I think when they let him go after the last AFCON, the last AFCON before this last one, it was too soon. You understand? It seemed like we were a bit of in a hurry to let him go. But then we've been proven wrong since then, because he's been up and down. Maybe he may just be the one. So people say he's better in the technical position. But in terms of getting these players, when last did we have a 3-goal unreplied game? With so much dominance, the possession was so comfortable. If you look at the shots, and then we were so clinical. He managed the game like he had watched this game before the game started. The substitutions were on time. He did everything right that coaches that are not technical advisors didn't do, because we were begging previous coaches to make subs on time, give players chances. We have a fat squad. We have talent. The difference in quality between the starting players and the players on the bench is not much. So use your team. make everybody play, and he is very good at that, giving everybody a chance. And we have individual players as well that have very, very good performances under him. People like Moses Simon and a couple of other players that seem to have a spiritual gel with this man. So I'm very confident to.
No.
Well,
There was a substitution that took place that was a bit. I mean, people were actually surprised. No, not Chukwueze, Basi Calvin.
Okay.
I can't remember the last time he was
shocked.
substituted. Yeah, he was shocked
But
himself
Iguavon
because
sounds
Iguavon
good.
understands these teams very well. But even at that, like I said, come on, I'm not in for Iguavon, sincerely speaking.
well, we had Olisa Ndai returning, but coming in as a sub. We'll go on a break. When we return, we have a lot more for you on this conversation. Just stay with us. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's still on to Global Sports Reports on the Rise News. Before we went on the break, we were speaking on the Super Eagles coach, that is Austin Eguavoyen, and we still have more on this discussion. But we'll continue with Austin Eguavoyen, who is having his 4th stint as a coach of the Super Eagles. Now, at the last AFCON, the 2022 AFCON, Super Eagles had 3 beautiful games and lost to Tunisia. And so many will say, was it just a mishap? Or was it something of a pattern for Eguavoyen? And is this something, like I asked before, that he can redeem himself off from, especially with Nigerians and with the Super Eagles?
Well, I just hope he's not here to stay. So talking about redeeming himself, I don't know where we're going with that. But look, 22 matches, 15 victories, 4 losses, 3 draws. Amazing for me. But here's the issue. Some of the matches he lost are matches that we can't forgive him easily. Now, if you said what happened in Cameroon probably was a mishap, then let's talk about what happened in Abuja. You went to Ghana, you couldn't do something reasonable. We came back, a World Cup that was supposed to be part of. Look, that lost, because it was a draw, but for me, it's a loss. That lost, I doubt if it's going to get out of our mind soon. And it's going to haunt him for the longest time. And because of that loss, some of us feel, look, he's a good guy, yeah. He's a decent guy, yeah. Let him continue to, to head the technical department. But being the permanent guy that he's going to continue coaching Super Eagles, look, I have my doubt, because always at the most tricky moment, Iguavon always get it wrong. The most tricky moment, when it mattered the most, Iguavon always get it wrong. So we don't need him. Look, we need somebody who can give probably 4-5 years like we did with Genero, and we have amazing results like Genero. Probably we couldn't win something reasonable, but some of our, for the past 6-7 years, we've never had it rosy like we did on that Genero. So we need somebody like that, be it local or foreign, I don't care. Just get us somebody who's going to bring stability. Because for me, stability works anywhere in the world. Stability. If you see a team doing very well, if you see a country doing very well, go and check. There has been stability. They've been there together for some time, and they've actually done some very well. I'm not questioning his capacity or his credential as a coach. But come on, for me, I still insist he's not the man.
Well, under Eguavoyen, we saw Moses Simon play some of the best football Nigerians may have ever seen him play. He's continued since then. In this particular match, some may say Bruno Yemechi was trying to prove himself, knowing that he was under a new coach. We have Olisa Ndai returning, and he has faith in that particular man for him to return him, despite him not being chosen by other coaches. Now, you've already pointed out how good he is with players individually. Now, would you say that he's a coach, he's a better man manager than probably being a coach?
If you want to even look back on his results, that game against Ghana was a draw loss. And then the one against Tunisia was a red card, and then Okoye mistake. But I know the implication. I know. The implication was huge. Yeah. I know the implication was huge, but at the same time, you need to put everything into context.
But here is it, coming back from losing in AFCON. You understand? Then going not. I mean, it was too much. It was too much. Yeah.
I felt the pain as well, but you need to put everything into context.
Well, there's one man who returned today after playing his last professional match in May and got on the score sheet. Now he's Nigeria's second all-time goal scorer after Rashidi Yekini. He's on 22 goals with Odegbami. Now he has a lot of years ahead, probably with his consistency, the energy, and the love from fans. Do you think he can continue at his peak and at this height?
Well, I do. That was a beauty. That was something so amazing. From when he started warming up to when he came to the field of play. I think he scored that goal after 3 touches, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was the third time he was touching the ball, and he scored that ball. And now here is a man who has actually been through a lot in the past 2-3 weeks. Here is a man who we thought his career probably has hit the rocks. He might not see things are actually gone wrong with him. Then today, This is his first competitive game in the longest, I think for about 2-3 months, yeah. Came on the field and he brought something different. Look, you could feel his presence on the field. As if that is not enough. He scored almost immediately. Now to tell whosoever think he's not good enough that look, I'm good enough, I know what I'm doing. And look, what I did 2-3 years back is not a fluke. I am good. And like you said, relatively young, still have so many years ahead of him. Look, this young man has a future. Now, I was joking with somebody. I said, I hope some people in the blue side of London were watching this game and probably they'll be asking Jackson, are you seeing what this guy is? Right? So kudos to him. Look, you have to just give it to him. Each time he's around the team, he brings something different. And we saw it happens again and today. I hope he's going to continue like this for the longest period of time to come. Look, he's good. And good to see him coming back, playing competitive football. From here, probably he might be going to Turkey. That does not concern me. But what he did to us today is just amazing. You just have to give it to him.
Oh, now we have a very interesting part of this particular match. Yeah. We've seen Ademola Lookman and Moses Simon combination month in, month out, especially since the AFCON. And we saw it once again happen. Chukwueze played a fantastic game, but when Moses Simon came on, it seemed there was just a difference to the pace and the connection of the front three.
Yeah, I think credit Moses Simon also benefited from Chukwueze's work because he tired out those defenders. Yeah. He was running from left wing to right wing, and the person that played left back, if you see Samuel Chukwueze again, my brother, right from that other World Cup qualifier, he was a menace on that right wing. So I feel Chukwueze now is focusing more on the simpler things, which is providing, because maybe in terms of shooting and all that, he's not that bright. But today, he focused on his powers, his strengths, and it worked the best for us. Moses Simon came on, and after that terrible injury, man, I was so happy to see him in high spirits and everything. Coming back into the team now, we know what to expect from Moses Simon. It's a bread and akara something. There's a good relationship there. Whenever they meet, you know it's going to be nothing but joy. And somehow, like I said earlier on, under Coach Eguavon, there's something that's just good. He assisted Ademola Lookman's second goal. And even before then, too, you could see that, okay, the face of the game has changed now. There's somebody more experienced that if he gets a shot on goal, he's going to take it and you people will suffer. So Moses Simon experience matters a lot to this team as well, because he's also one that has been around with a good record as well. So keeping him in the team is very, very important. And returning back from the injury with a performance like this, we only have to look forward now to that Rwanda game to light it up again.
And finally, before I let you guys go, what are your expectations ahead of this game?
Well, a victory, sincerely speaking. I mean, if we can actually make light of what they call them, the cheaters, Rwanda should not be a problem for us. I mean, they're not a footballing nation. And even if they are, come on, we're not in the same pedestal with them. So with this victory, you know what it does to us? Morale booster, courage, confidence and everything. So come on, we're going there to get another treatment. Probably, most likely, another clean sheet with maximum point. That's what I'm expecting.
All right, what I would say is visit Rwanda is the the tagline, and they are very famous for tourism. They are very famous for safaris and all that, but not for football. Our players are going to be training, and then when they are warming up, these Rwandan players will be taking selfies with them, because these are celebrity boys. These are superstars coming to your stadium, and they've played their previous games away from home. They are using us to somehow launch their new stadium and everything. So it's going to be an extravaganza for them, but then the result will not be a good thing for them, because we are going to get more than what we got today. The boys are more serious. They are gingered, and if we can win these first two games, I mean, we are as good as gold, you understand? So Rwanda, if I was to predict the scoreline, something more than what we got here today.
We hope
Should
so.
I predict again? This time around, the same thing that we got today.
Well, we'll see how that pounds out for Nigeria and also Rwanda when they face off. Thank you so much, Sam Joseph and Tokoni, for your time on the show today. But
so much,
just to let you know that the US Open Women's Final has been concluded, and we have a new champion, and that is Arina Sabalenka, winning in straight sets. She has been consistent this year, winning the Australian Open back-to-back, Cincinnati Open just before the US Open, and getting this victory. Kudos to her, credit to her team, and we'll see who emerges winner in the men's US Open. That's between Fritz and also Yannick Sinner. Thank you for watching Global Sports Reports on the Horizons with me, AB Yomo. Good night.